Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Recaps. Today I'm going to be explaining a 2020 Korean horror thriller film titled Peninsula. A zombie apocalypse has occurred in South Korea. Marine Captain Young Sok is driving his elder sister, his nephew and his brother-in-law Chul Min to a ship to escape a zombie outbreak throughout the country. When they are on the way, he encounters a family with a young child, but he ignores the family's plea for help because Young thinks that the father looks like he might be infected and he keeps driving. A news reporter states that Busan is no longer a refuge for survivors because the city was bombarded by a crashing plane which introduced the infected to the center of the city, leaving the peninsula unsafe as a whole. In the cabin of the ship, Young's sister thinks that they will soon arrive in Japan, however he learns that the ship will be redirected to Hong Kong for unknown reasons. Shortly after, his nephew sees an infected man turn into a zombie which alerts everyone inside the cabin and infects numerous people, including himself. The mother refuses to leave her son despite being infected. Young tries his best to help his sister but fails miserably as the infected start to come after him. He is left with no choice and is forced to block everyone, including Chul Min, from accessing the cabin, causing all the infected to attack her. The reporter tells the story of the infected people on the ship and says that South Koreans will not be granted refugee status in any of the surrounding countries. 4 years later, in the city of Hong Kong, we watch as mobsters fight the guilt-ridden Young until one of them tells him that their boss is looking for him. The gang wants to hire him to return to the quarantined Korean peninsula to retrieve an abandoned truck which contains $20 million of American currency stuffed into bags. The team that recovers the cash will be awarded half the payment, but Young is skeptical because it's clearly a death sentence to go into the infected zone, but Chul Min convinces him by saying that they are both depressed after losing their family and at least this way they'll have a shot at living a normal life. Young is a professional martial artist and the gang knows that if they have any shot at retrieving the cash, he has to be a part of the team. Early next morning, the two along with their team head out on a boat to the designated spot where a car is left for them. The once beautiful city of Hong Kong is now in total ruins because the infection spreads very quickly. The zombies are blind in the dark but are attracted to light and noise, which is why the team have set out so early. They roam around the city and soon find a truck. On checking it out we understand that it's the wrong one, but Young spots the subway glass which is cramped with thousands of zombies. He freaks out but doesn't let the rest of the team in on his findings as it would compromise the mission. They travel a little further into the city until they spot the truck stuck on a highway. They check for the money and confirm their findings. They discover that the previous truck driver had been infected but the team presumed he was dead. When Chul Min tries to get the corpse out of the seat, it attacks him and he mistakenly steps on the horn which alerts all the surrounding zombies. The infected come after them and Young stays back shooting them down one by one until the team manages to evacuate the truck. Luckily, they all manage to get out of there in one piece even with all the zombies that tried to take them down. On the way to the designated spot, we see that everyone is overwhelmed with joy as they are finally rich until they are ambushed by a gang of humans. They fire flares in front of the moving vehicles which attracts all the surrounding zombies. They move faster trying to escape the horde but ultimately have a terrible crash causing Young to be thrown out of the front windshield. He witnesses multiple people being unalived by the creatures and tries to fend off the zombies on his own for as long as possible. Luckily, he is rescued by two sisters June and Yoo Jin. Chul Min on the other manages to sneak into the truck and escapes the wrath of the zombies. Even though the girls are very young, they are both very brave. June is an excellent driver that drifts her way through the city unaliving as many of the infected as possible as though she's playing a game. Young is shocked at the girl's skill level and passes out in the back seat after being thrown around like a rag doll. The girl continues to drive as though her father built the roads until they take a break under the bridge. They see that the road ahead is blocked by a herd of zombies and this is when the younger sister Yoo Jin comes in with her expertise. She uses a modified remote control car to lure the zombies away from them and the girls drive to safety. On the other hand, we are introduced to the rogue militia formerly known as Unit 631, led by Sergeant Wang. They are the soldiers that took down the operation and lead the zombies away with an ice cream truck. The soldiers take the vehicle to their compound which was formerly a shopping mall and imprison Chul Min upon discovering him hiding in the back. He is dragged, beaten up by the group and is forced to partake in a series of timed survival games between prisoners and the infected. Luckily, they don't check the van and fail to discover the millions of dollars hidden in the back. Captain Seo discovers the cash and satellite phone in the truck and secretly hatches a plan to escape the peninsula with the truck, keeping their plans a secret from Sergeant Wang and the rest of the crew. Chul Min is forced into a container along with other prisoners. He begs to let him go, but the monsters around just bet on his survival. The game begins and the zombies are let free. They take down many of the prisoners, but luckily Chul Min manages to outsmart them and survive until the time is up. The prisoners are let back into the container and rewarded with a little food for their survival. June drives to a hideout where the children live with their mother Min Young and their grandfather. Young recognizes Min Young as the members of the family he decided to abandon 4 years ago. He confesses to the family, but they are looking for no pity as over 40 cars had chosen to abandon them on that horrific day. She tells him that he owes her family a way out of there, at which point Young tells her about the ship that awaits their arrival along with the truck to get out of the country. She decides to steal the truck from the compound so that the 5 of them can escape the death zone once and for all. She used to live with Unit 631, but managed to escape and find refuge at another place because she knew that her daughters would never really be safe there. This is why she is confident that she can pull it off one last time. That evening, the family packs up their belongings and head out. Near Unit 631's compound, as June, Yu Jin, and their grandfather wait in the car, Young and Min Young sneak inside the premises, where they discover the truck and encounter Captain Seo. While holding the captain at gunpoint, Young learns that Chul Min is alive in the compound and decides to rescue him. The second round of the games are taking place when Young enters with all guns blazing. Just before Chul Min is about to be taken down, he fires at the zombie. He is aware that there's no way of getting out of there without being intercepted by Unit 631, so he uses a smoke grenade to distract the zombies and lets them all out into the mall, causing mass chaos within the building. He manages to get out of there with his brother-in-law but is cornered by the soldiers. Unfortunately, Chul Min is unalived by Wang as he sacrifices himself to save Young from being shot. He tries his best, but ultimately fails at the hands of other humans. Min Young drives the truck into the mall and the both of them drive out of there as soon as possible, but are now being chased by the angry crew members as these people destroyed their hideout. As they drive out, their van comes to a halt as the horde of zombies block their way. June notices this and decides to help. She drives up to them and lures the monsters away from the van, and they finally celebrate, thinking that they are all now free. On the other hand, numerous Unit 631 soldiers, led by Wang, give chase. A crazy pursuit ensues and the soldiers shine their bright light in front of the van, causing the zombies to stampede in front of it. The talented drivers manage to outsmart all the soldiers and escape. The pursuit ends as Young deliberately shoots and shatters a glass tunnel cramped full of zombies which he saw the previous night, freeing the horde and causing them to overwhelm Wang's vehicle. The 5 finally reach the shipping dock, but June's car is rammed by Captain Seo. He holds her at gunpoint, threatening the family to give the money or else. Her little sister manages to distract the evil captain enough to allow June to escape, but their grandfather gets shot trying to protect the little girl. Min Young attempts to shoot Captain Seo, but gets shot in the leg and is injured. He flees with the truck and arrives at the cargo hold of the ship. After arriving inside the ship, the mobsters shoot Seo as they never had any intention of honoring the deal. As he bleeds to death, Seo reverses the truck to prevent the cargo hold's gate from closing, which causes the zombies outside to enter the ship and unalive everyone aboard. As the old man passes away, the remaining 4 survivors spot a United Nations helicopter flown by Malaysian troops and draw its attention by firing flares into the sky. An injured Min Young requests that Young bring her daughters to the helicopter, while she clears the path of zombies. Min Young then traps herself in a truck and honks repeatedly, intending to attract the zombies to her so that her beloved daughters can escape safely. As the girls reach the helicopter, we watch as Min Young is about to do the unthinkable as she does not want to turn into one of the monsters. The girls beg the troops to save their mother, but there is nothing that can be done at this point. Recalling a time when Chul Min said that Young did not try hard enough to save their family 4 years ago, he decides to risk his life to get their mother back safely. He runs back into the chaos and starts firing at all the zombies, directing them away from the truck. Min Young decides to give it one last go and uses all her energy to run to the helicopter while Young covers for her by shooting the zombie horde. The movie ends as we watch the four board the helicopter and escape the peninsula once and for all. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.